Alright, and welcome back. Got Slamu, who had an absolutely dominant performance against Bai to get here. And Archfield went to the wire against Smashy. Um, and here we go. We finally got game one. Start with the Death Necklace and an herb. Alright, just equip the Death Necklace, then you've got 14 strength, not 4 strength. But thankfully, not a double key start. This is a fun little central area. I already kind of like this map. We have an herb. Or an herb. We have a slime, is what I meant to say. Drakey. Oh, you might be able to get a Drakey on this. Only takes on average 12 attacks. Red Dragon, not so much. I mean, with an herb, you absolutely probably can do it. I always love Red Dragons at the beginning doing numbers that just are absurd. Yeah, did 57 out of the 58 max. So we're going to keep chipping away at these Drakeys, and we'll see when we finally get another one down. And obviously Slamu did a pretty good job on the first one. Arch has got one now. He's going to go see if he can't find that slime he found before. And we have level 2 for Slamu, and it is 3 power, 11 response speed, 3 hit points, 8 magic points. Look at all that you can cast. Metal Scorpions have hurt more. Not going to help Archfield get any experience over here. And now Slamu's going to go at the Drakeys again, but this time he does 1 to 2 damage on them. And Archfield doesn't even get a chance to make a decision. The Metal Scorpion just says, go home. And Slamu continues his assault on the Drakey population. Runs from a green dragon. Why not? Well, only gets to do that once. Alright, Archfield's going to get his level. Going to take him up to level 2. He's going to get the disappointment. He's probably going to do the same thing Slamu does. Wander off. I really like going down into the swamp. Why not? Get yourself killed real fast. Okay, now I don't like going into the swamp because you just lost 11 hit points. But you go right near the swamp and look at that. You can actually see that from the start. Didn't even need to cross the swamp to get there, I don't think. And we have, kind of a good starter kit over there. Nothing special, but yeah, if you just go around that little water and go down, you'd see it and get there. And we find the token. So nothing of benefit to Archfield for finding that. And of course there's Charlock right there too. Yeah, you certainly don't sell the Death Necklace in this situation when you can get experience. And there's no better weapons to get. And the Magidrakey also has hurt more. Well, is Archfield rethinking the no death necklace thing? It appears he might be. He wants some defense. NPC might not let him. Oh, those coal NPCs. Now we're going to buy one torch. That seems like a lot of walking to do for one torch. And we had a level, and that was something 1-3-12. 14 1-3-12, and hurt more. What a disappointment of a level. And that gets us level 4, which gives us another 2 power, 9 speed, 0 hit points, 1 magic point, and stop spell. How the Metal Scorpion is going to show that Slamu's not the only one who knows that spell. Arch going to save his torch. Really kind of feel like Arch overdid it and trying to get fancy rather than just killing the Drakies. There's not that many of them you need to get to the next level. 3, 2, 2, 5, return is the next level. I think Archfield realizes that now, and he's just like, alright, I'll just do the Drakies. Of course, you never know. Level 3 might be terrible, so you'd like to have it, but going out that way to buy a torch when you know you can kill stuff. Like, if it was at Garenham, I get it. I think it's a decent play, but the time it takes to get to Cole, man, he gave him up so much time, and now he's wandering off with 1 experience point to go. I don't feel like this is kind of a play that Archfield would usually make. Meanwhile, Slamu's going to go into these wyverns. The good news is that as soon as Archfield gets this level, he's going to know there's all these goodies over here in the West Desert, because he's seen them already. Slamu does not get the Axe Knight down, but the Axe Knight also does not get Slamu down, so he's able to get 6 power, 1 speed, 1 hit point, 1 magic point. Getting up to level 6. And the Hurtmore misses. And while Archfield gets his first quick level, and is probably going to go wander in that swamp to immediately fill up his HP. Go check the area back here, right? Makes sense. Slamu, so focused on grinding, has yet to find coal, which of course it will hurt him in no way. And Archfield will head right back to that western desert, the same as Slamu is. While Slamu gets the next level to go get 3 power, 0 agility, 2 hit points, 7 magic points, and the spell of Hurt. Absolutely no reason to leave this area in any way, shape, or form right now. Archfield's going to get his level 5. Archfield also going to stop 2 XP short of the next level. And Slamu is going to get level 8, which is going to give him 6 power, 0 agility, 5 hit points, and 1 magic point. What's funny is that one torch Archfield had could really come in use against these green dragons when he misses one. Because he can finish it off by chucking the torch at it. Oh, Slimu. That, please don't make that joke. I hear that 1,800 times a day at my house. For those who are watching in the future, Slamu did a 6-7 joke. And I am mad now. And now he's doing the Italian brain rot. Tung Tung Zahar and whatnot. 9, 5, 14, 13, heal, sleep, radiant, repel. That was a level. Oh my goodness, I don't know how long I've been silent. Maybe I should just let you guys hear the horrible sound of me drinking water all the time. After the brain rot comment. Of course. Well, fortunately, was not a whole lot to say. Endless amounts of grinding in that desert. But now Archfield has branched out and found himself a tablet cave. And there's an Irvin there. I'll have you know, Slamu, I'm going to show this chat to Urson, and you are going to be on her poop list, shall we say, for it. Hey, and we find a town. Can we get there without something killing us? It is Hawksness. That's an intriguing find. Obviously doesn't do us a whole lot of good right... Or, I'm sorry, doesn't do Archfield a lot of good right now because he has no hurt more, but as soon as he does, he can easily catch right back up to Slamu if that is a grindable enemy. Green Dragon, Axe Knight. Archfield's seen enough, and I bet he's going to go right back there. And we'll get to level 11. 6 powers, 3 speed, 34 hit points, 6 magic points. I believe now it is is it exploring time? I don't know that it is. You still don't have heal more. I go to 12, and no matter what 12 is, I take it. And move on. I'm going to throw a hurt more at this Druid Lord. And Big Slamu will miss yet another Green Dragon hurt and go back home. We'll see if he decides to branch out now that those resources are gone or not. Rogue Scorpion's going to go down for Archfield. And Green Dragon. Archfield runs away because he would get killed in one shot, but this is grindable. Just don't have a whole lot of MP to work with. So you had to throw in the hurt there instead. But give yourself 2 more hurt mores to work with. 2, 0, 15, 5. He hits. And he finds the armor. Now you let that Green Dragon send you home, and you head right back. And Slamu gets level 12, where he finds 6 power, 32 agility, 4 hit points, 1 magic point, and heal more. Now there is 0 reason to stick around. Archfield finds the grave. We don't have keys, but so we can only get the top 3. Star Wyvern has Stop Spell. Not going to do a whole lot because, despite me not putting it on the tracker, we have Erdrick's Armor. Finds a Dragon Scale. Please equip it. Thank you. Finds an herb. And gold. A knight. Whew, man, the eating in here is pretty good, but of course you don't stop here because you know there's good eating in Hawksness too. Let's see what direction. And Slamu's going to start going in a direction that Archfield has not yet. He's going to be heading here to the east, so he's still missing coal. Gonna miss the grave. Gonna miss Hawksness. Slamu finding Bridgetown over here, while Archfield's finding the East Coast. And Slamu is learning that Rogue Scorpions have DL2 Breath, which is something I don't believe we knew until this moment. And now Archfield gonna hit level 11. Slamu also gonna come across that side. And we're going home. And when he returns and ends up down one step from the castle, Slamu finally sees Cole. And he will finally obtain his token. Meanwhile, Archfield just keeps running from red dragons. He's going to actually swing down this wyvern now to hold on to his last... Oh, there's a Hurtmore lying around there. That's nice to know. And now Slamu sees the grave. Oh, Slamu got a large shield. Thank you! And now Arch ready to go home, get his resources refilled. Slamu very angry that the outside spell is not there, but at least it's nice enough to equip the scale. Alright, we're finally going to check this area south and west of Cole. Okay, nothing south. Nothing west. Oh, wait, no, maybe yes, something west. Is there going to be something west? Let's find out. Meanwhile, we have a Metal Slime over on Slamu's screen. Let's see if he's able to get him down. He's got one hit. And we find World behind Cantlin. And a crit! Gets the Metal Slime down for Slamu. And Archfield finds a town behind Charlock, and it is Breckenary. realizes I have no weapon and I do have monies. I should do something about that. I get a copper sword and a large shield. Still doesn't go to the inn. In this one, I almost feel like I go to the inn when I'm there to refill the tiny little bit of... Oh, no, that is not blocked off. Okay. And we find another cave. 2 caves. Find the staff cave. We do not have the staff. I believe Slamu's getting close to coming upon Hawk. Is going to be close to coming upon Hawksness now. And we've got the mountain cave. Let's see if there's a harp in here. There is gold. I'd wonder if there's keys in here, but we haven't seen anything. Or I'd be like, oh, you can get a gold grind if you got keys. We haven't seen anything to grind for. Best weapon we've seen is the copper sword. Best shield we've seen is the large shield, and who cares about armor, so... Oh, and we have a mismenued Hurtmore. Or rather, a mismenued heal. We have a fairy water. We have a star wyvern. We have a magic key. And Slamu just walks... Oh, that's cold, never mind. And we have the fairy flute. I was thinking that was Breckenary and that you walked right past it without even checking it out. And now Archfield wants to die. Go back home, fill up on keys. There we go, now that's the Breckenary. Very similarly appearing. Slamu has no interest in armor or weapons. He'll make the same trip over to the east, and he will come across all the things that Archfield just came across. Here's the staff cave, and then he'll come across the mountain cave. We'll see how far he gets into it, or if he finishes it out. I assume he'll finish it out. I didn't catch anything there. Stones for Archfield. Those herbs? I think those might be herbs. No, they're not. They're fairy waters. Stocking up on the fairy waters. Wings. Cursed belt. Well, he at least got some fairy water out of it. Yeah, that's not what you're hoping for. I mean, this could still be swamp and backdoor into Garanham. And if that happens, then you could still have a gold grind, but that's the only way. But nope. Well, actually, you could still have a gold grind this way, too. But you do not. Instead, you have herbs. Slamu gets the fairy flute. And also has a key down, too. If I had outside, I'd actually go dive deep grave right now. But without outside, I'm not doing that. Now Slamu's going to go back and do all the same fun stuff that Archfield just did. And the Red Dragon's going to send Archfield home. No, Archfield's seen a number of Reds. He's just run first try from all of them. It's the first one that's given him trouble. And now Archfield's going to finish off this little dead end that Slamu saw a long time ago. Use the wings, go back, and we're going to just keep heading behind Charlotte now. Or was there anything further around Hawksness? Or are we going to go to grind Hawksness? I could totally see doing that too after that Red Dragon. Finally, Slamu gets his stones. And Archfield gets his level 12 finally with his Heal More, and now he will be not deterred in it for anything. I still don't like fighting this thing, though. This is a cave that Arch's already seen. I just didn't remember what it was. Okay, herb. The map cannot wrap. So there's always a border. The map is 120 by 120 tiles. And you can see a clear border on the edge of it. Go for it. Go for it, Archfield. I agree. Oh, I wanted a deep grave dive. It's right there. The whole rest of the world is out here. I mean, I guess you can always deep dive that beforehand, but man, the sword would be really, really nice right now. And there's Hawksness finally for Slamu. He's going to get his Erdrick's armor. So everything's going to be past the mountain cave here. Slamu actually going to hit level 13 right before the spike, and it will give him a gains of 10 power, 3 response speed, 1 hit point, 2 magic points. I guess neither of our players actually went north at that part after crossing the water here either, so that could have something. And now Slamu just gonna... No, Slamu is not gonna keep going. He is going to immediately wander off. And then we are going to see another deal 2 breath from the Rogue Scorpions. Yeah, there is a whole northern area up here. With another cave and another town. I'm hoping that this is Garenham with Swamp North and that Swamp South. That's what I'm hoping here. I mean, to that point, there's only 3 towns we haven't seen yet. Or 3 caves we haven't seen yet. But nope, that's Cantlin. And we have coordinates of 20 north and 81 east. That is a really fast click away. Meanwhile, Slamu comes across Garenham. And that is Jerk right there, which means Swamp is behind Garenham. We're finally going to get a copper sword purchase. And behind Garenham we find a magic key. A torch. And gold. Wonder if Archfield's gonna sit here until he has 1,500 gold, and then, No, he just wants to go to the end. Are we going to check a spike tile? We are going to check a spike tile. And it is a Stone Man! Good stuff, good stuff. And we have a second continent that I believe is actually a second continent. And I don't believe it's going to be very big. Green dragons continue to hurl themselves at our runners. And now we go to the other side, and... well, would you look at that. Swamp North has nothing. At this point, the only things we, as viewers, have not seen is the coordinates and bottom grave. We know that the coordinates are going to be either harp or sword. And Archfield's going to get his level 13, and Slamu is going to come over here and find Rimeldar. Oh, that's right, we haven't seen this chest either. We'll see if this is anything worthwhile. Cursed Belt. Slimu is going to check the shop to see if there's a broadsword available. There is not. He will say, forget you, and run off. And now Archfield coming awfully close, I believe, to Garenham. Unless I completely misunderstood where Slimu was when he saw Garenham, which is entirely possible. This map has a number of places that seem to look identical to me. And it appears I am indeed mistaken. So I have absolutely no idea where Slimu is right now, and where he saw Garenham. I think he went across this bridge just a minute ago, but, yeah, that's the bridge. Oh, Garenham's right there. Okay. Or was that Rimuldar? Oh, that's Garenham, yeah. Rimuldar's just a little further. Sorry, Arch, no broadsword in Garenham. I have had something similar happen to me in a race Artorias. I found Rimuldar. There was a broadsword at Rimuldar. I walked in and out of Rimuldar multiple times for a chest, and once I had the money, I walked out of Rimuldar, and when I stepped away, I actually got ambushed by a metal slime who proceeded to kill me. It was a lot of fun. Archie's probably going to go check the spike. He is not going to go check the spike. This is Hawksness again. Is Slimu heading back there? Well, he's not now. And don't look now. But if Archfield can kill a green dragon pretty quickly, he will have caught Slimu in experience. And now we're gonna... No, we're not even bothering checking the spike tile. I get it, you don't want to ever come all the way back here. Slimu finally making the move I've been begging for and going to Deep Grave. Now, interestingly, I believe just a little bit east of here is where Rimuldar was, and once Archfield sees Rimuldar, he's seen everything. And he's apparently not interested in rescuing the princess, because he did not fight that. So, like, he knows that one of the items he's looking for is on the search tiles. And he knows that there are coordinates. He knows what those coordinates are, and that they're not necessarily easily countable. You could reverse count them. And Archfield's very confident counter, so maybe he's already planning on that, but man, I would want to pick up that princess. Now we're gonna go check for a broadsword. Nope. We're gonna walk back out. Are we gonna go get the princess now? Is that what's happening? I'd like want to get the princess as an insurance thing. Even if you're not gonna return her. But if you're not going to do that, I'm not sure what Archfield's looking for now. I believe he has found every location. And he is going back into Garanham, which leads me to believe he is going to grab the princess. And the silver harp is in Deep Grave. Man, imagine if somebody had thought to dive Deep Grave as soon as they got Healmore. That would have been a wild idea. Well, it appears to me that Archfield is indeed going to rescue the princess, or at least grab her as insurance. I absolutely have to put the coordinates in wrong. Did I waste the coordinates? He clicked at them so fast, I must have. Because there is no possible way there's 81 east from the castle. So I'm going to say 81 west. Or maybe I'll say 81 west. There. I've never seen someone click out of the coordinates as fast as Archfield did after grabbing them, without reading it a second time. And Slamu's going to pick up his staff, which means that when Slamu finds the Cantlin, Jerk's right beside it, so he's going to be able to get his drop while getting his coordinates. And there is the Jerk. Let's see what happens, what Slamu decides to do with regards to coordinates. Slamu needs to check the coordinates before he starts checking shops, because if there are coordinates, they are the sword. Okay, 81 west. Alright, and here goes Slamu with the Count, I'm assuming? Well, right. He's desperate for a better weapon to deal with the Reds, but as soon as he finishes the Count, he's got the better weapon to deal with the Reds. Alright, Slamu is counting. He's going north first. I guess you want a landmark, maybe? He is not even counting east-west. He's just counting north-south. Man, I didn't think there was any more west you could go out here. I did not realize it, like, lined up. And Archfield gonna get level 14 first. 2 power, 1 speed, 9 hit points, 15 magic points. What a count by Slamoo! And we are in grind and go mode. He knows there's a green dragon on that spike tile. He's gone. And now red dragons are going to go down so fast. Slamoo says, I don't care about your dodge chance. And he gets level 14. For some reason, I thought the water cut off west of Hawksness, which is why I thought it was going to be a very difficult to count. That's about as easy as a count gets. Or at least that's about as easy as an 80 One Direction count gets. And now Slamoo will dig in. Our stats are really not good. And now Archfield is going to go after the coordinates now, I assume. And the sword, where it is, isn't too far from Jerk, I won't believe. I could be wrong on that. And, so Arch is going to go there. Then he's going to come back to start, go to the harp, go back there, and that's a lot of distance to go. Well, you never know. These stats are not good, which may mean, in terms of MP and AP, which means that there is probably going to be a very borderline go level. Now, we haven't seen anything particularly scary from any of the Charlotte monsters, as I recall, so it may, not be something to worry about. But I don't believe we've seen Arbor Knight yet. I don't recall if we've seen golems yet. I think we have. I think we've seen golems. But I don't think we've seen... I think Armor Knight might be the only spike tile. Something 1, 11, 10. I missed what the first number was. 15, 1, 11, 10. Well, that changes things. $15, 1, 11, 10. That is go. At 131 AP, I want 15 swings. We only have 10 Healmores. Could possibly get doubles. However, we have the Death Necklace, and a Death Necklace AP. We're at 141 attacks, at which point I want 12 swings, and I have 10 Healmores. It's not a, like, super gimme. It requires you to get down there with near full resources, but it's definitely go. And Arch gets a sword. And now he knows he has to die of Deep Grave. So yeah, this is a very... Oh, we're recovering our resources. This is a very iffy dive. A couple of... You lose a heal more, you're in trouble. So... you know? I do believe that Archfield probably is able to dive Sharlock before Slamu would finish a failed Dragon Lord fight. Of note, level 15 still does not have Outside, which is going to make this a very long and obnoxious walk out for Arch. Especially since he also knows that he is in Go. Well, that red dragon will help Archfield get out of here once he gets the staff. Honestly, I would take those red dragons. I know this is Go, but it is a dicey Go, and you're still traveling, and there's red dragons that are just going to throw themselves at you. I take them. Doesn't take very many to get to the next level and give yourself a free level. I tend to say that about borderline levels. If it's a borderline level, which I would consider this to be, one where losing a heal more puts you in, you know, iffy spots, losing 2 heal more puts you in massive danger, then I will take experience if it is thrown at me. But I will not keep doing a dedicated grind to get past that experience. Yeah, on my chart, I have that at 100. Make sure I keep mislining this up. I have yeah, 75% to win with 11 swings, 97% to win with 12 swings. So it's a little safer than I was anticipating it being, because I use 80% as my cutoff generally in terms of the number of seeds, the number of things I want to have. But having said that, we are to the point of potentially 11 swings, depending upon how DL1 and back attack goes. Likely to get 11 swings in this, potentially 12, but 11 still only puts you at 75% to win. But if you get the opening double, no DN. That's interesting. 19. $31. First double. 43. Oh, 10 was second swing? What was the first swing? Okay, so now that puts us at 70 here, which takes us to 83 here. That takes us to 98. 105. We're looking pretty good. 112. 121. But you got a double. That's a very important double. 133. Still not a lock. 13 huge. 146. Still not a lock. I think you're a lock now. 156, now you're most certainly a lock. And 168. Ready to get your GGs for Big Slam Moo, who will win game 1 of this best of 3. Since this was not in race time, I am going to base it upon the clock timer that is on the clock as the final time, and we will call it 1:04:10. Yeah, so again, looking at my chart, for 131, 14 swings gives you 50% chance of winning, 15 swings gives you 87% chance of winning. So with a likely opening double because of all the extra HP you have. Really what it means is you need 3 doubles, including the opening double across the thing. And Slamu got that. He got 3 extra doubles on top of the opening double. And a closing triple. So I guess technically it's 4. Marshfield has had to use at least 1 heal on the dive. He still has all his heal march left. But, okay, actually he used 2 heals on the dive. I'm wondering if that was a, let's do that first, so I have more herbs for the Dragon Lord, or if he's already out of herbs. 44 bonks. A very, very respectable bonk number. Not too bad, not too arrogant, not too whatever. Just the right meaty area of bonk count. I love it. Not showy. Looks like he has all his herbs. Two crits in 91 attacks. That's a very small number of attacks in a seed. Alright, I assume Arch is going to equip the Death Necklace. Yep, first try. And we start with... Oh, I'm not counting this. But a 38 is a nice number to start with. And a 39 is a nice number to stop with. And he got double stop spells. That's very, very nice. An attack followed by double stop spells. Perfect place. As long as he doesn't get back attacked, he is golden. And he is golden. Well, I mean, there's always a chance of double heal more needs here, but... 15. 28. 38. 54. Range is 10 to 20 here. 67. Not rolling good, but he's fine. He's got an extra swing for what he needs. 79. For a 10 to 20 range, he's gotten 1 roll above 15. 94. Oh, we may have a danger zone. No. 108. But he still refuses to get good rolls. 118. He's had 1 roll above 15 so far. 128. There's a good roll finally. 145. And there's the 19 to take us to 164. And the 17 takes us to 181. That was a max HP Dragon Lord. And again, using the same metrics as I did last time, I will just base it upon what the timer is when you see that last text part. 109.41. Frankly, given how far behind he was, for 5.5 minutes isn't bad. I get to listen to the glorious ending music that so many people are so quick to dismiss. Give the original developers of the game all their credit and glory. So while we are waiting on the credits to roll, I will mention that there are some matches still scheduled. We have tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, so not too far, less than 12 hours from now, we have Game 1 between Pav and Brian Williams. In 3 hours later, we have Game 1 between Hoodie Two Shoes and Cherno. We then have 3 games on Sunday, and a couple more scheduled for later in the week. Obviously, the game that ended, the Game 3 that ended earlier tonight, and this series are preventing 2 other series from being scheduled. So right now, the only second round series we have, no, sorry, we've got 3. Hold on. I've got myself all confused now. Oh, they're in the same bracket as this. Okay. Yeah. So yes, there will be races tomorrow. I do plan on restreaming the races tomorrow. If you would like to track or comm, it would be very much appreciated. I, due to certain other obligations, am not able to do any restreaming on Sunday or Monday, which means that if you want to see any of the 3 races going on Sunday, one at 9 a.m., one at 1 p.m., and one at 8 p.m., you need to volunteer. And so, yes, once we get the races tomorrow done, I will be unavailable for steering time, so we could very much use other volunteers to help us get through these rounds, because this time we only have 1 week for all of the games. So it's, you know, really, really crunching here. So, yeah. Anyway, with all that said, let's find somebody to raid. If anybody has any suggestions, I will gladly take them. Alright, I don't see any like races or anything that are involving our peeps. So we are just going to go raid F. Coughlin. And yeah, we'll see you all in the morning. Good night.